says miracles don't still happen? Why, MSNBC, Mika Brzezinski, of all people, actually got this right.
Can't keep saying violent crime is down, but the murder rate's up. You don't brag about a rising murder rate. And the Democrats are, I agree with you, Mika, they're falling into the trap of defending what's indefensible.
It's a trap. Yes, it's a trap. I mean, if it's not a winner politically to say, oh, you're wrong, look at the data.
You know, Chris, I know you're an old Democrat, and you would think that with some common sense and some reasonable thinking skills, one would say, how can you defend the indefensible? But then again, your party has gone complete libloon, and they will defend the indefensible. Enter former heartthrob, box office movie star, now complete and total has-been, shill of himself, and a guy who really does look like he's homeless. Alec Baldwin took to social media, TikTok, I believe, to rant and rave that what Donald Trump is doing in Washington, D.C. is just simply the beginning of his fascist authoritarian overtake of America. He's going to do this to all of the major cities, including the NFL.
What's going to happen next? Is Trump going to federalize the New York City Police Department? What's after that? Chicago, LA, Miami, Boston, and on and on. What's after that? The NFL?
Man, I knew Baldwin had TDS, but I really didn't think it was this bad. But apparently, I was wrong. And I can admit that. Alec Baldwin has a severe case of Trump derangement syndrome. And by the way, the president has made no bones about that if this is successful in Washington, D.C., he'd like to roll it out to a blue city near you. And by the way, for those of you that want to start screaming, authoritarian police state, you notice that none of the actual citizens who are just going about their lives, living their lives, jogging, walking, shopping, doing life, doing all the things that they've always done, none of that's been impeded. Nobody has stopped them and asked to see the vaccination card before you can go into this venue. I mean, who was it that tried to introduce us to a police state? Tried to make sure we were able to scan our phones to prove if our magic elixir was up to date. Otherwise, no access to the restaurant, and it was only not too far behind that you wouldn't have access to your bank accounts, etc., etc., etc. No, we've actually been set free from the authoritarian police state where we were governed by an auto pen. And we had no idea who really was actually running the country over the previous 4 years. Donald Trump is simply restoring law and order, and even the liberals who live in Washington, D.C. are saying quietly, you can actually safely walk around now. And magically, the homeless problem is vanishing. So it's not police state, it's a solution. And it might work in a blue city near you. That all said, Alec Baldwin, the last thing you need to worry about is the so-called authoritarian state of Donald Trump. You live with an authoritarian who has completely and totally emasculated you, neutered you, and rendered you a shadow of your former self.
It's essential. It's essential. But, you know, I think that us trying to every day.
For essential in Spanish.
Esencial. Okay.
Didn't let me down.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're distracting me right now.
Sorry.
Like now you're just doing that. Why? Why are you distracting me?
I'm just captivated
You're just distracting me. No, but
beautiful.
oh my God, stop! You're annoying me. Stop! It's not cute. No, he's distracting me. We're gonna see how it feels to have it be out there.
It's gonna be great. You're a winner.
Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
I'm sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking. This is why. Yes, we'll have to like just cut him out of the show. No. No, I mean, I think this is a really...
And Alec walks away defeated. His wife responded to this with some of the most cringe content imaginable on Instagram.
And that is called, what's the word of the day?
Man-interrupting.
Man-interrupting, which could be a positive, it could be a negative, or it could be a...
Correctile dysfunction.
Yes, Hilaria. The white girl who thinks she's Hispanic. Talks in a fake Hispanic accent and has a reality show where apparently every episode is just showing you what a putz Alec Baldwin is, and she's happy to do it, and you saw the look on his face when she really was like, go away, we'll just cut you out of the show. You saw, I mean, the old Alec was right there, you know, the Alec who, you know, domestic violence, screaming verbal abuse to Kim Basinger, calling his daughter a fat pig and selfish, you know, the Alec Baldwin that chases off the paparazzi and threatens to beat people up, and, you know, the Alec Baldwin that when he shoots from the hip, innocent bystanders die. That Alec Baldwin, it's right there on his face. But he swallowed it because he lives with an authoritarian. Donald Trump is not an authoritarian. What Donald Trump is doing is what the Democrats failed to do: restore law and order. As Chief Inspector Clouseau would say, under Donald Trump, problem now solved.